corner from Stanley Boxing, Yellowknife, Todd Vatcher!
I mean, I've been training fighters, you know, since I was 25 years old. I've got a bunch of champions, and you know, Todd never ever, you know, closed the deal on the championship, though I feel like he might have at some point in time. But he was always one of my favorite guys to train. My best memory of Todd, he was fighting a guy from Winnipeg. This guy had actually beaten a couple guys on our team. You know, it was a big nerve-wracking fight, and you could tell the guy was taking Todd kind of lightly, but it was, this was his, you know, this pinnacle of his career. He caught this guy with the right hand and knocked him out and avenged the 2 losses, and he showed everybody that he was the real deal.
My brother Musa had told me about this guy at the gym who was a big guy, hitting the bags hard, training hard, and I was excited to meet him. I remember first seeing him when I walked in the gym. He was hitting the heavy bag. I came in with my brother. I introduced myself as Musa's brother. Todd was a calm guy. He was really relaxed. He never let pressure get to him. I know he was going through a lot outside the gym, but when he came to the gym, it was just training. He was super relaxed. He was really stoic.
Todd, man, like he was just a strong guy. Like, no matter how much he tried to pull back his punches, like when he hits you like a truck. Like,
my first black eye was not in the ring, it was holding pads for Todd. I had to learn very quickly how to hold pads properly because he hit so damn hard.
every time I'd watch him fight, he just, you know, he'd steal the show. You know, he's a really strong guy and has a powerful right hand. So whenever I'd see him fight in the ring, it's always captivating.
But I think the best memory I have of Todd was when we were sparring. I remember hitting Todd with a body shot. It was a left hook to the body, and I really crumpled him. And I remember coach telling me to get on him, so I started just laying down punches. And after the end of that round, Todd was like super surprised, you know. He was like shocked at how he let somebody who's smaller than him really hurt him badly to the body, because he was completely unreactive. Since that day, he just started practicing his boxing, practicing those body shots. He really developed that right hand to the body, and it was like same punch that he threw during his fight here in Yellowknife that won him the fight. It was the right hand to the body, and we had practiced that over and over again. And I think that's my most favorite memory, just because it helped him and it benefited him.
I'd been worried about Todd a little bit at that time. He was, you know, going through some things, and I knew he had been, you know, out partying and all that kind of thing, and that was never a good thing for him. When I heard it, I was home with my baby, and it was pretty upsetting. I got to be honest with you. I mean, you know, I don't cry very often, but I was crying for him. You know, Todd meant a lot to me. He was a good dude, and he was, like I said, for me, his personality, the way he showed respect to me, and over the years, and the struggles that he was going through, and you know, trying to help him with those struggles, made him, you know, one of my favorite people on the team.
When I found out Todd died, it just stopped us in our tracks. I practically grew up with this guy, and you know, I'd see him around all the time at the gym. I'd train with him, and have not seen him in years. And the next news I find out is he was just gone. He just, you know, it was devastating.
One thing about Todd is, even though he had this big bad rep of being big bad Todd around town to some people, he was a gentle giant. He was such a kind soul, very nice, very respectful. Always, he was great with my kids. My boys loved watching him hit pads and train, and he always interacted with them and played with them. And he was very respectful to all the other gym members in the gym. Todd was just a good, genuinely, just a good dude. We miss him.
I wrote this short poem for Todd. I'm just going to read it from my phone. Just thinking about him almost every week, coming to the gym, not seeing him there. It's like things are never the same. So I just wanted to read that. During the coldest, darkest nights, you'd be in the gym. Even when life's pain was haunting you, I wish I knew what you were going through. I've made it past the stage of regret. That was my test. Fighting won't be the same, and right now, no one is to blame. Just know that your memory will remain every time I hit those bags. Love you, Todd.